What do you need to know to transition your current employee that may be on an F-1 status to an H-1B as we approach October 1st? Many foreign nationals that are here in the United States have actually been selected and approved for a new H-1B cap. These H-1Bs are their new work status that begins October 1st. But with that, there comes some changes, responsibilities on the part of the employer, and things that you need to know. So those are the things that I'm going to talk about today. I primarily going to talk about three things. The first one is the FICA issue. So as an F-1 visa holder, the foreign nationals are exempt from FICA. But the day they become H-1B employees, most likely October 1st, then deductions for FICA need to occur as part of their new payroll. So keep that in mind as you plan to transition your workers from F-1 to H-1B status. So first one again, FICA. Second one is that lovely I-9 form. So many of your foreign nationals may have been actually three main scenarios that I'm going to talk about. One is the scenario where you had someone, foreign national again on F-1 status, a student that was on an employment authorization document that expired after the petition, the H-1B petition was selected and filed. So that foreign national is probably still working under something called the cap gap. That I-9 would have shown an employment authorization document that was valid when you verify that foreign national, and then under the additional section or additional information section, you would have put cap gap, and we are actually going to show you a sample of what that would look like. But the additional information section would say something like cap gap extension through, say, September 30th, 2021. See attached I-20, and the I-20 is that form from the school that actually provides them with the approval for this cap gap period. So that first situation would be, again, someone that is on an expired EAD using the benefit of cap gap. When that person now comes in with his or her new H-1B visa that has been approved for a change of status in the United States, at the bottom of that approval notice, there is going to be a detachable I-94 card. You're going to use that detachable I-94 card to complete section 3 of the I-9 form. So that I-9 form that you completed already before, as long as the form is still valid, you're going to go to section 3 under document title, and that is where you're going to, and if you're using an automated system, it's probably going to give you the selection of an I-94 record. So that would be the document title, and then the document number, the expiration date, whatever the approval notice is, could be 2023, and then sign date, and that is your re-verification for those that have been under cap gap. Second scenario is someone that is still on a valid EAD. So they were in a valid employment authorization document, EAD, when they were selected for the lottery, for the H-1B. Their H-1B has now been approved, but their EAD is still current. Under those circumstances, you would not have written anything under the additional information section because their EAD is still valid. But you are going to go again under the section 3, and you're going to do something very similar to what I just said before. You're going to complete section 3 using that I-94 detachable document at the bottom of the approval notice, and then you're done. This also actually applies for some people that may be on an EAD, for example, an H-4. someone that is an H-4 status, it could be on an L2 status that they also were sponsored for an H-1B. They're working for you and they're transitioning to H-1B status. They also would have had an EAD that is still valid right now. And then you would do Section 3, you would do a verification, re-verification of their work status or eligibility. So all of those people fall into that kind of middle category. And the last one that I'm going to talk to you about is someone that may have not been employed by you, or actually, they were not employed by you. They were employed by somebody else. They were doing their OPT or their STEM or H-4 or whatever with another employer. But you were the one that filed the H-1B for them. So they're going to start working for you in H-1B status as a new employee. In that situation, you're going to take a new I-9 form. And they're going to complete Section 1 of that I-9 form. And you are going to complete Section 2. Most likely, they're going to give you their foreign passport and the I-94, again, detachable form that comes with the approval notice. And you would complete Section 2 using the foreign passport as your List A document, the first List A document. And then as a second List A document, you're going to use the I-94, which potentially get an expiration date of 3 years from now. So those are typically the 3 scenarios that you're going to be encountering when you're onboarding, re-verifying these new employees that are super excited to be in H-1B status, and that you are also, I hope. The last one that I'm going to talk to you about is travel. Invariably, they're going to want to travel either because something happened, because of the holidays, because of something. Just remember that most likely they have an F-1 visa stamp or an H-4 visa stamp or an L2, whatever status they were on before H-1B, is the visa stamp that is in their passport. That visa stamp would have expired or is about to expire. It doesn't matter. The visa stamp gets you into the United States. What keeps them in the United States is the I-94 record. But if they want to exit the United States and re-enter, they are going to need a new visa stamp in their passport. Their prior visa stamp will no longer serve them because they're no longer in that status. So this, particularly now, it requires a significant amount of proactive planning. I encourage you all to delay travel abroad for foreign nationals at all possible, because we continue to have travel bans, consular closures, uncertainties, and it's best to postpone it. But it will happen that someone comes to you and says, I have to travel. Something happened at home that I need to go. Again, they will need a new visa, in this case an H-1B visa, to re-enter the United States. And if so, then reach out to us, hopefully, and we can help you walk through that. That's it. Congratulations on a new status for your foreign nationals. Hopefully a wonderful 3 years of contribution to your company and our country. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.